I don't care who was there. Well, except for her. That little girl was not going for it. She was looking at everybody like this. And this is no extras.
Didn't you say one of the handlers tried to like...
And when handlers got close to her, she was like... I was like, that's my girl. That's what I like. So let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let it roll, baby.
Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Charlie Lotus, aka Lo.
And this is Theron. I'm gonna just be Theron today. Serious face.
So you cut off your beard and now you're Theron?
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Y'all can call me T. How about that? We'll do that for today.
How's he look, guys?
We get up off me. So look, peep it. That's not what we're doing. So guys, what's up? As you seen in the thumbnail, it's been going crazy.
Yeah, Charlie's been booked and busy, to say the least.
Booked, busy, and a turd.
And someone else.
Ooh.
For one job.
Ooh. We'll get to that. Just wait on it. Just wait on it. So, we have to tell you guys that this last month or so has been an adventure. A definite adventure. She's worked with a lot of different brands. It's doing well. It's doing... I'm not saying I didn't think she would do well, but I just didn't know what to expect, right? COVID going on.
Well, not only with COVID, but we've been so quarantined and away from everybody that it almost seems very contradictory in a way.
Yeah.
Like, we're not interacting with anyone personally, but our child is doing jobs. But there are very specific reasons why.
Very specific. Even though it's been crazy, even though the numbers have been up, I feel like in the whole spectrum of going to do that, we've learned a lot, and we've also grown in a way that, I mean, we weren't going to let anything happen to our baby anyway. So this is key. This is key. And this is for anybody really looking to do it and you want your kid to do it, and especially with COVID. Do what you're comfortable with. Because at the end of the day, all they can tell you is sorry if something went wrong. So, I'm gonna put it like that. Do what you're comfortable with. And that's exactly what we did. And it's turned out pretty well. Especially given the amount of jobs she's booked.
In the amount of time.
In the amount of time that she's been signed up with her agent. Like, as soon as she got her work permit, she was just grooving. She was just moving from there. Also, if you guys want the steps to how we got her set up, that video is coming next week. So, yeah, anybody interested in getting their kids started, you definitely want to tune in next week, because we'll be dropping everything we did, all the steps we did to get her going, as far as just everything, top to bottom. We'll give you the list next week. So.
And make sure you guys comment in the comment section if there's something very specific that you want to know.
Right.
We're gonna go over just like the gist of what we did and how we went about it.
Just top to bottom. We're going to go through that next week. But this week, we just want to let you guys know that we have been going to jobs for Charlie, and it has taken off. And we've also formed good relationships. She's a little star, which is a super blessing. Yeah, she's definitely excelled in that area of her life. And the little short little life she's had, you know what I mean? Oh, my baby.
She's very mild-mannered.
She's amazing.
And very observant.
Yes.
So, her, at the last shoot we were just at, I wasn't able to go inside because they only allow one parent into each shoot for safety reasons.
Right.
They don't want it, overpopulated.
Overcrowded. They don't want it cracking.
Yeah, and Theron told me that, like, she was the only baby that wasn't crying. But that's very Charlie. Like, Charlie will sit there and just kind of, like, soak in what's going on around her, and her little eyes will just be, like, going everywhere. But she's very observant, and very mild-mannered, unless you're, like, specifically playing with her.
Yeah. Okay, let's start from the top. The very first gig, which job was that?
The first one was California Costumes.
Okay, California Costumes.
Halloween
so
costume
we showed you
company.
guys that one. You guys saw the first gig.
That was last week's.
That was last week's episode. You saw the first gig, and from there it just took off.
I did not cross my legs. There's too much.
Too much what?
Too much baby.
Too much baby. The other superstar in there. What's cracking? Anyways, so after California Costumes, after she booked that gig, it kind of just went crazy. Like her email was blowing up. They were just like, we want Charlie. Like we would have booked her. Like she was getting put on hold for a lot of different things. I think she only didn't get I think it was one gig. She didn't get one gig that she was put on hold for. But she has been booked. She booked what? What brand did she book?
So she did California Costumes,
Yeah.
Gap,
Oshkosh,
Ergo Baby, Oshkosh.
Yeah.
And then she was on hold for Gap again.
Yeah.
But they decided to move that shoot to New York because of COVID
Because of
numbers
the
in
COVID
LA.
numbers. In LA.
Y'all need to stay home.
Stay in the crib. How are we going to tell someone to stay home and we over here taking her to shoots?
That's another thing, is we have to take tests.
That is true.
To go to
okay,
these.
so yeah, we definitely can talk about that. So for a lot of but let's keep in mind, even if you take a test and you're not quarantined, you still run the risk of getting it. But it does give you we've been quarantined, and does kind of give you somewhat of peace of mind to know that people on set have taken tests as well, and the brands either provide the tests at the fittings, or you have to go get it and they reimburse you. On top of that, on set, a lot of times, like there's not a lot of people around at all. The photographer and maybe a couple other people just maybe in the room, but very spaced out with masks and face covers, gloves, things of that nature. So that gave us a little bit more peace. And if they do end up touching her or doing anything with her, we make sure that they are sanitized. They have full.
We have literally our own sanitizer in our pocket.
I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what they say. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, if I don't see you do it.
If I don't see, right, you did not do it.
It didn't count.
It didn't happen. Like, it didn't go down. So, just sanitizing their hands. And on top of that, when I mean touching her, I mean simply like, maybe like moving her leg over a little bit. But that's not, but it's, to be real, they rarely touch. They're not really touching her. The touching I mean is more of like hair and makeup. And when I say hair and makeup, I simply mean just hair, because they spray a little water. The last shoot we just did was Oshkosh, and they sprayed a little water on her hair just to get it right. They ask you before they do anything. They're not just like, give me your baby, we're making her our kid, and like, because that's not going at all. So every step of the way, they're very considerate, and also you got to keep in mind they don't want to get sick either. So at the end of the day, safety is the number one priority, and we make sure of that before we go to any set. And I know you're probably wondering about auditions. You can go a little bit. She's the beast with those.
So for auditions, we actually need to update her photos. But you take, we had her like little baby headshots done, which I took because of COVID. And then the ones that could be like a commercial potential, they ask for a self-tape. So those, are really easy to record. We just, we set Charlie up and in whatever, the notes say, and just kind of let Charlie do her thing.
Right.
And so, so there's not really any like auditions that you're going to. Every baby right now is getting booked based off of their photos and self-tapes, just so that they can get like a live representation of what the baby looks like,
right.
and
up
how
to
they
date
act.
Picture or video of the baby, because sometimes the pictures are off. Like she even said, we have to update Charlie's pictures, but the live tape lets you see what's going on with the kid right now, regardless of the old pictures. And you know, babies tend to change really
and
fast.
they'll ask for the self-tape like 2 days before, so that they can see like, oh, okay, this is exactly what this kid looks like right now. Not a self-tape from 3 months ago where her hair was shorter.
Right.
She was smaller.
And they also give you specific things they want the baby to do in the self-tape. So
like
it's
wear
kinda,
headphones.
Right. So it's like getting a stroller and you know, act. How will the baby act in a stroller type of thing. So it's different scenarios that they send you, and then you send the self-tape. So that's another thing of safety that we were cool with, because now that means we don't have to drive. First of all, we don't have to drive to LA. And then go from LA just to an audition. And first of all, I wouldn't feel comfortable driving to LA for an audition anyways. The only way I'm going to LA is if she got it. So these self-tapes is where it's at. And they've been way more lenient when it comes to these, because they understand COVID and they're accepting self-tapes and not doing in-person things like that. Also, when she said about the COVID test, some of the shoots, some of the companies provide tests on site during the fittings, and then they say the parent who got tested, that's the parent they want to bring to the actual shoot, which kind of to me is kind of like, yo, like the parent was gone for a whole couple of days. That doesn't mean the parent wasn't
exposed to.
Right. So it's kind of like, you know, they're trying their best. But before they even let you in the building, you have to pass the COVID test. So that's good. I like that. And if you don't pass it, you're just not getting in.
Yeah.
So that's good. I appreciate that from them. But one thing I do want to say when it comes to that is those tests aren't I'm not gonna say like the best test, but they are something to let you know like they presently don't have COVID like going crazy in their body right now. Still, everybody after the test still have masks, face covers, sanitizing, everything. So it's not like anything changes. It's just an extra precaution, which I do appreciate.
And they're not hovering over her either.
Right. They don't touch. They don't get her dressed. They don't get her dressed. We get her dressed. They don't. The only thing they do is they ask if they can put something in her hair. They'll ask. I mean, one time they asked if they could trim it, which I was like, hell to the no, scram.
Well, not only that, but at a lot of the shoots they have it set up where like you're in a very specific section. So
right.
Like one we went to, they had literal like plastic dressing rooms set up for everyone, where it was like that was your room, your space. They sanitized everything before you go in. They sanitize everything when you leave. They also schedule the babies to go in at their own time, so there's never more than like two babies on set. It's not cluttered.
It's not hella parents, and then it's like, and now they're just making it to where it's just one parent, so that does limit the amount of people on set.
Except when one of the parents is talent.
Ooh, and it wasn't moi. Who was it?
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, so Charlie got a shoot, and then they asked if any of the parents would be willing to participate, and I said, and send in a picture. I said, hey, why not? And sent in a picture, and they chose me.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
Whoa.
That was actually probably my favorite shoot, because one, all three of us got to be on set.
Yeah. And
two, the people were amazing.
Yeah. Like,
they were so sweet.
Yeah.
That company, I would really, really look forward to working with again.
And they did speak of something as well, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, that was a commercial and print.
Right.
So all the other ones have just been print. So that was a lot of fun. And Charlie did so good. She's amazing. So cute.
She just you know what? Her takes, and that's what I love, and I'm just really appreciative of it. Her takes are not long at all. They don't take a lot of takes. Like, she gets it done. She smiles. She's so like charismatic. Like, I just love her. She's amazing. And also, the one thing about her is she is very, like she said, she's very observant. She's gonna watch. She's gonna look at you before you do anything, and like she's gonna stare at you hard. Like, bro, what are you doing? Leave me alone. Where my dad? Where my mom at? Like, I love her. And also, another thing is when it comes to like the handlers, which they have handlers on set, which are just people that make the kids smile, laugh. She's not going for it.
Yeah, she don't like them.
Where my dad? Where my mom? Get them now.
She does not like them.
And then
it's not that she doesn't like them.
It's not going. I don't know what
it takes a lot for her to be distracted away from us. Like, she's so observant.
It's not going. She's not having it. That's what she's trying to say that in a nice way. If it ain't us, she not going.
Yeah. But a lot of that is because we work with her, and so that's another thing is, you know, for those of you who are interested, like, this is not just a, oh, my baby's cute thing. Like, we work with Charlie. Like, you know, she's home with us all day, every day. We play with her all day, every day. Like, I'm constantly taking videos and pictures of her, not for the purpose of her being prepared on a shoot, but it helps regardless. So if I'm trying to get her to smile during one of our home photo shoots, like the monthly pictures I take of her every month, then, you know, that's something that she's used to when we're on set. So I can use the same techniques that I use in our photo shoots at home on set. So, and helping her understand, like, certain things, like, you know, she knows that when you say cheese, it means to smile. And even then, sometimes she doesn't go for it because, you know, I mean, this last one, it was during her nap.
Oh, my gosh. The last shoot. Okay, so Charlie's a stud. I'm not going to lie. So she didn't do any crying. But this last shoot, she was not trying to smile at all. Dude, I kept saying, okay, Charlie, 1, 2, 3, cheese. She was like...
her funny
Every
face.
time she was doing her funny face, I was like, baby, no, right now it's not time for funny face. And she was like...
But a lot of that is also, too, is that you do that with her all the time. I do 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Right.
And I'll smile really, really big, and then she copies me. So, you know, but that was really good for him, too, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do these shoots with them, or, you know, going and traveling with them and stuff. Just the more pregnant I get and the closer we get to baby number 2's arrival, you know, it might just be Daddy and Charlie. Or
it might just not be happening because I'm not leaving mommy and other baby just floating.
Also, I mean, if you're comfortable with only one parent going to them, that's fine. That's only happened on a couple occasions where, you know, Charlie had a fitting and I had some work stuff that I had to stay home to do. So it was like a turnaround trip really quickly. For him to go do the fitting.
Fittings aren't really, I mean, you don't...
But shoots, we go together because, God forbid, anything happened with me in the pregnancy, or God forbid anything, he needs anything with Charlie, or Charlie needs something, and, you know, so we travel as a unit.
Not every time was it just one or the other. Like, we did, like she said, the shoot that she was included in, we both got to be on set. And when there's not a lot of people in the building, and... they kind of do they always take your temperature, like, for everything. But when there's not a lot of people in the building, they are a little bit more lenient as far as if your baby's up taking pictures. At first, it was just like, I can stay in the lobby, and then they invited me over. So then... yeah,
but it was an invitation. It's not us, like, asking.
Exactly.
And then in the event that, like, this last shoot was just Daddy and Charlie, like, I was outside in the car, available... you know, in the event that they needed me, but they pulled it off without me.
Right, because I'm Daddy, of course, and she loved me, and I love my little turd. But yeah, so, I mean, to be real, a lot of the stuff that we've been going through, as far as, like, what we told you, our concerns about the safety, were really not even issues when we got on set. So the things that we stressed about came to, like, be minimal. Because they do understand, and like you understand, a lot of people on set have children. A lot of people on set know they don't want to get sick, and they understand as parents where we're coming from, especially with the Charlie being our firstborn and being so young. They're really understanding when you let them know what you're comfortable with and what you're not. And a lot of times, even on self tapes, they ask what time is her naps, like what time are her naps, like what. You know, they try to make you feel comfortable as possible and get the job done. So that's what we appreciate in these last, 4 jobs that we've done. I think we'll continue to grow because her catalog's starting to grow, and people do ask
Like what she's done.
What she's done. People ask if she's busy on set. We've had a couple of people trying to book her for more jobs on set. So that's just been a blessing right there.
Or try to book us as a whole family.
Yeah, they try to book us as a whole family. So
Which is really cool.
And that's an opportunity too for whoever wants to start doing it. Like, trust me, there's definitely opportunity in being consistent with that. So I definitely advise it if you're looking to do it and you want the steps to learn how to do it and how we did it, which, I mean, four jobs in a month.
Yeah.
She ain't even a year yet. She making that bread. That's my boo. But like, if you guys really want the tips, we're dropping that video next week. The steps we took, so you guys can go step by step, and you guys can get your baby rocking, and maybe even you guys can get rocking too. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I'd just like to point out that Theron has experience in this area.
Oh, I dabble.
Which was a huge thing for us too, because like it wasn't like we were both not exposed to that industry, but he's also done commercials and a movie before, so he kind of had some experience of what that's like. I've done a couple music videos, and then my own stuff, of course. Don't look at me like that. Stop. This is embarrassing. So we've both been on set before, and our biggest thing was like COVID and making sure we were all safe and
I do. You don't want to send music videos? They finna look you up now.
No, I'd be surprised if I was found.
It's the internet, bro.
I promise.
They'll find anything.
No.
But go ahead. That's another thing. A lot of these self-tapes are different, so we do have to film multiple self-tapes. That's probably the only, like, I'm not gonna say the only thing that's work, but it does take work. If she not feeling it that day, we just don't shoot. Like,
they'll email us on Friday and be like, okay, please submit a self-tape with the notes, follow the directions, and it's due by 10 a.m. on Monday. And you're like,
okay.
All right, so I have Saturday and Sunday to get it done, or it's not happening because
Charlie don't be happening sometimes.
Yeah, and then some days it's like we could try to do the self-tape on Saturday, it doesn't work, and then Sunday she's perfectly fine. So that does take work because you have to remember to do it. I mean, we all know what it's like to get caught up in your day. So
most definitely, it's fun. It's worth it. Definitely, if you guys want to do it, we advise it. I mean, we thought.
But if you have the time to.
Yeah.
Like time meaning like, at least one parent is at home with baby, able to leave. We both work from home. We both work from anywhere if we needed to.
Right.
So we are available to go. There's not very many scheduling conflicts that we've come across in it.
Right.
So that's important too. I like how passionate you are about this subject. Like, just like the whole shoot thing. That's why I had to point out that, Theron's had the most recent experience with all of this.
It's just because on set, you never know what you can say no to or yes to. And for me, whatever I'm comfortable with, that's what we're going to do. If not, then just find somebody else. I'm fine with it. Like, you're not going to control me. Like, so basically what's going to happen is if we're comfortable with it, we'll do it. If not, you're going to have to either find somebody else or you're going to have to make the adjustment. And on set, usually they make the adjustment. So that is something I do appreciate. Shout out to all the companies we worked with. They definitely are amazing.
Have us back whenever. I really hope we get that family shoot.
Something's wrong with my wife.
I'm pregnant.
And that's how you did the music video?
No.
Oh.
I was like this. Show us what you did.
And what?
In your commercial.
Which one?
And the movie, because there's been one movie.
It's just too much.
Wait. Do your Shakespeare. Theron used to do this around the house all the time.
No, I don't.
To be or not to be.
To be?
You even do it seriously.
Oh, you're coming. So, yeah. Oh, last thing. Duh, why you do it?
Oh, the money.
The cheddar. So, we'll go over that more in the video next week. We'll go over that more in the video next week. But payment, when you leave, usually before you even start, as soon as you get to the shoot, you fill out your paperwork, and then you do your shoot, and then you just bounce. And then if you have a great agent, everything just
shows up in the mailbox.
Little presents. Sprinkle all over. But yeah, so if you guys are interested to get your kids started, hope this video helped you. Hope it gave you a little bit of peace about the situation and what's going on. And some insight on what we've experienced. It's a blessing, man. God definitely looked out for us on this one. She's a cute little kid. Good job.
Get that college fund started.
Yeah. Run it up, Charlie. Run it up. But yeah, so that's what we got for you guys.
Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Subs.
Remember to comment below on anything specific that you want to know. We're going to go into as much detail as possible, but you might have a question that we didn't even think of.
Right.
So make sure you definitely leave a comment below. And let us know if there's anything else you'd like to see from us.
For sure. Make
sure you follow our social medias too, because we post on there daily. Either, mostly in the stories, but if there's something,
if we're on the road for a shoot or something like that, we do post that. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man. Like we said, tune in next week. We'll definitely be going over the steps for you guys to get your kids started. Stay blessed, stay safe.
Stay healthy.
Oh, stay healthy for sure. Anything else to tell them?
We hope your 2021 is
a 2020 WON. Get it?
That was cute.
Thank you. And that was off top of the dome, so don't think we scheduled that. That was off the...
Yeah, I haven't heard him say that.
Love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed.
Take care.
All right. You gonna push the button? Video vixen.
You're so annoying.
Are you gonna sit down?
I thought that was my bump, but it was the shirt.
How about you bump your butt cheeks to the bed so we can get this thing correct? What's up?
I love you. You look a little different this week.
I don't know what you mean. I'm back. I'm back, baby. I'm back. Y'all see me out here. Thank you for being with me, guys. I had to find myself. I'm just playing. I was saving up to see if my beard would close. It did close. I gave up. Hi, guys. Tell them your name. I think it's gonna be a good one, guys. I don't like her vibe. Her energy off.
I'm so tired. I can't even see. Is it in focus?
I can see myself. I don't know about you.
Is the color
actually
off?
Yep, your button's purple. I could see. Anyways, she's not braiding my hair. I'm not getting straight backs. It's not me. So I'm not even gonna play with y'all. So don't let her entertain that. That's cap. All cap. Big cap. Anyways.
Because that little girl is knocked out right now.
Let me see. She got it. That's a good sleep. You know when you sleep on your belly? That'd be that good sleep.
I don't sleep well on my belly.
Oh. Of course.
I squish the baby.
Don't squish the baby. I mean...
Oh, we gotta do that
Google.
Oh.
She getting ideas on camera, bro. Telling all the business.
I forgot.
Y'all didn't hear nothing about Google. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna finish it.
Okay. Oops.
And I'm telling you right now, there's nobody taking my kid to another shoot. First of all, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't trust nobody.
That could happen.
I don't trust nobody with my kid. That's first. Second of all, I sure don't trust nobody in Hollywood with my kid. Yo, this last shoe was so dope. It was in Malibu. Let me tell you that.
I'm so jealous.
It was cracking. It was on the beach. It was popping.
No, you guys need to get to a point where you can make her say cheese and not.
I can't make her say cheese.
How about some like a high five?